welcome to Reed's Spider-Man Crawl Space Edition. Please check us out at the SpiderManCrawlspace.com. Well, I'm back here, guys, to, of course, review Amazing Spider-Man 77, aka 878, as we do with Part 3 of Spider-Man Beyond. Yeah, sorry, the echoes were only funny for a little bit. I'm going to stop there. By, of course, Kelly Thompson and Sarah Paralleli. So let's get on to what the next chapter is of the Ben Reilly saga of Spider-Man Beyond. So first of all, the pros. I have to say Kelly Thompson really excels here. One thing Kelly was really good on her previous work, on her many comics, is the fact that she is really able to character voice of them and really kind of establish who they were as well as work it going forward. I have to say some of the characterization, especially between Mary Jane and Aunt May, is wonderful. Something that didn't happen a lot during Nick Spencer's run. He really didn't have much time to really spend between the characterization and relationship between Mary Jane and Aunt May, even though he had reestablished a relationship between Mary Jane and Peter. So I really like the talk they have at the hospital, the various issues they're going through, as well as how much May is so concerned about what has happened to Peter and the fact he's in a coma, and that the fact she's actually going to use some probably unknown means to actually try to bring Peter out of his coma and, of course, help him. So I really like the characterization. I also like the little bits like Black Cat actually spying on the two of them to see how Peter is doing, and, of course, the work that's done between the best, which, of course, is between Ben Reilly and the relationship with Colleen Wing and, of course, Misty Knight. Considering everything that was established with Ben over in the Iron Man books and everything, is when he was still the Scarlet Spider, I really like that they've gotten that relationship and the training between Ben and Misty and Colleen, and how the Beyond Corporation is working with all this. And there's also some hilarious parts in the background as we meet some of the people on the Beyond Corporation, especially Maxine Danger, who's in charge of the superhero section. And of course, with a name like that, and the way she's acting, you know something's going on with the Beyond Corp, considering their track record. And I really like that there's a little bit of stuff going on in the background, and exactly how Ben really works, not only with his relationship with Janie, but actually how things work with the running of the Beyond Corporation, how Ben has to be Spider-Man. So there's some nice parts there, but that kind of leads us to the cons. Well, this is a nice in-between chapter between what just happened with the UFOs, which apparently were finished and defeated at the end of last issue, even though it kind of looked like a cliffhanger, and they're now defeated in jail. And, of course, the bringing in Michael Morbius, the living vampire, to get deals with Ben. But there's a lot of things that really kind of get thrown off. The artwork is actually really off on many issues with Sarah's work here. Her fight scenes in that are really well done. I like some of the other emotional scenes that are taken, but sometimes Ben just does not look right. And even though there's moments where we see Peter in his coma to show that, yes, he's a clone, yes, he has blonde hair, and there's a little roughness around him, the artwork for the closization doesn't seem to work very well with the characters. Some of them seem off, and the action scenes are great, but, Colleen and Misty look very well. Everything with the Beyond Corporation and Maxine Danger's design looks really good, as well as some of the areas, but Michael Morbius looks a little off, especially his bat wings, which, are they wings, or are they his normal cape that's supposed to come out? It doesn't quite look right. And there's also some other issues going on with the fact that, how much Aunt May, in the dark with, Peter's secret still after the mind wipe from a couple of years ago in Brand New Day. But the fact that she's able to go through some of these other contacts and actually use it in a more subtle way, like when Mary Jane actually worked for Tony Stark, about some of the relationships with trying to help Peter through more other means to get him out of his coma and get him some medical help. So while there's a nice nod to continuity, the artwork and some of the pieces also are off. Also the cliffhanger where we have Morbius about to bite Ben after he gets kind of sucker punched and kind of tricked about what's going on with all the people that are apparently been killed or apparently been injured by Morbius. The fact that it ends with him being held and about to be bitten on the neck, when the fact is we know Ben's okay because we know his suit will protect him. So it's kind of a non-cliffhanger, which really doesn't work. But the issue as a whole actually works as a nice little segue between what just happened in the first two issues, kind of where everybody's going and where the next storyline is going. So believe it or not, I'm going to actually give it a B+. Yes, I did say B+. I like some of the work and the characterization that Kelly Thompson actually excels at with the story, so it actually works very, very well with the story, which I'm very happy with. But like I said, the artwork and actually kind of what this transition is flowing into this next part of the storyline seems kind of a bit off, even though we're kind of supposed to care about the relationship between Ben and Janie, but also the fact that why we know things are not really quite going on with the Beyond Corporation, the fact that, both Colleen and Misty Knight are kind of realizing, like, you sure you should be working for these people? There's something just not right about the Beyond Corporation. Also, who invested? Mysteries upon mysteries here, guys. I wonder. So I'm going to give it a B+ on that note. And And with that said, everybody, I'm going to call it for this review here. Please definitely check us out, the SpidermanCrawlspace.com. Definitely go through our Discord and other social medias. And, of course, check our podcast or vidcast out on your favorite station or YouTube channel when you catch a chance. And for more information, guys, I will be back next time with another wonderful review of The Amazing Spider-Man, as well as some of the spin-off titles. So on that note, guys, I will see everybody on the Crawl Space.